You know, I'm not worried about AEW getting a TV rights deal with it to remain with, the WBD's networks of, TNT or TBS or if they have to be moved due to ratings declines to the likes of True TV or Discovery. I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about, though, is, AEW losing its audience, not to WWE or TNA or MLW or whoever. What I'm more worried about is them losing the audience to what's known as the CAWs. And what I mean by the CAWs, what I mean is CAW is short for Creator Wrestling. That's right. The Creator Wrestling, groups. That's what it's short for. And I'm kind of worried that not WBD, but AEW is going to lose the audience to them, just like WWE did at one point. And there is proof. There is proof out there, believe it or not. And the reason I say that is because when I would try to, when I would look at some of the YouTube clips of Raw and SmackDown, and even NXT while under the Vince McMahon run, a lot of those views were down. And when you compared them to views of CAW shows like, DCA, Destiny Championship Alliance, or CCL, CAW, Champions League, when you compare the views of the clips or the full-length matches under the Vince McMahon regime, from Raw and SmackDown, they would pale in comparison to the views, whether via live streams or already edited together and uploaded for premiere. They would pale in comparison to the views of these CAW leagues, these Creator Wrestling leagues, that people would put together, through games like the WWE 2K series, or even now AEW Fight Forever, or some of the more up and coming, more of the up and coming, video games that are happening. Excuse me, I was trying to think of what I was going to say. So, it kind of does worry me. It does kind of worry me that, AEW, Dynamite, Collision, Rampage, that they're all going to go down this very similar path that WWE was once down. Because nowadays, a lot of people enjoy WWE. They appreciate it. They love it for what it is. They can't get enough of it. I mean, they look at this year's King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments, and they say to themselves, this is way better, 10 times, 100 times better than what they were under Vince McMahon's regime. And they couldn't be more right. They couldn't be more right. But, but here's the thing. They used to say the same thing, they used to say the same thing about AEW. AEW would have some great matches, tournament matches and stuff. Even with the Owen Hart tournament and whatever. And fans would look forward to it. They couldn't get enough of it. They would enjoy it more so than they would what WWE was presenting. But now, it's more along the lines of not only have the roles been reversed, but AEW now finds itself, in my opinion, in a situation to where if you were to compare, viewership of the clips from Dynamite and Collision, and even Rampage, you compare those clips, the viewership numbers and everything to those viewership numbers of, let's say, a CAW, a Creator Wrestling League show like DCA Takedown, or CCL, Redemption, or whatever they call themselves. Whatever the show was called. Or even, XWGL Prestige. You do a comparison of viewership numbers on YouTube in any social media outlet that they're on, and they outshine what AEW's viewership numbers are. They do. Now, I can't say that because I don't have it in front of me right now because I'm outside, but still, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to even, acknowledge that being a fact, because it is a fact. It is real. And I know some people might come out and defend, that's not entirely true. Again, look back at the clips from Raw and SmackDown under the Vince McMahon run and compare them. Compare those views to some of the views from the CAW League shows. Whether they were live streamed or, like I said, already edited and pieced together and uploaded to Premiere. Compare them. Compare them, my friends. Compare them, because I guarantee you, you'll see a major, major difference. And I mean huge difference. And there's no getting around that. There's no getting around that. And now AEW is in that same predicament. I guarantee you, if anybody was to go, if anybody that, runs a CAW league as we speak, if anybody was to run a CAW league as we speak, head to head on Wednesday nights with Dynamite, I guarantee you more people will tune into that CAW league and what it has to offer than what AEW has to offer. And that's sad. That is sad. I guarantee you, if you were to basically do that, if DCA wanted to do that, with one of their, CPVs or one of the weekly shows or bi-weekly shows, it would outshine Dynamite in viewership. Same with CCL. Same with mine, DCWA. It would outshine AEW in viewership. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And this is why AEW needs to pick up the slack. This is why Tony Khan, if he wants to get that media rights deal, he needs to pick up the slack and, get things going in the right direction. It's like I said in my Topics of My Mind live stream moments ago, when I talked about it as a topic. One thing that's been, noted is AEW is apparently not going to be brought up as part of the media rights show or media rights meeting in New York real soon. And if Tony Khan is going out and basically bragging about the fact of, the people at WBD, they're happy with what we're doing. They love our ratings. If that's the truth, if that's true, Tony, then why aren't they making you a priority during these media rights deals in New York? Or media rights meetings in New York? Why aren't they making you a priority? Huh? Why aren't they making you the talk of the town now that they've lost the NBA to, back to NBC? Why aren't they doing that? I'll tell you why. Because there might be some kind of fibbing going on the AEW side of things. And like I said in the live stream, the truth is in the middle. The truth is in the middle, and Tony Khan knows that. He knows that to be a fact. So if Tony Khan doesn't want to end up in a situation to where most of his viewership not only gets lost to potentially NXT if it returns to Wednesday nights on the CW this fall, but also at the same time, or during that time, lose his viewership to CAW curators, people like me, people like others out there, people behind DCA and CCL and XWGL and so on. If he doesn't want to lose any of that viewership to them, he's got to have to get his act together. Because I guarantee you, if he doesn't, whatever media rights deal he gets is going to be based on on the truth that will come out. Because again, as I said in the live stream, the truth is in the middle. The truth is in the middle. In my opinion, that truth is maybe things are not so sunny and not so, giddy between both the WBD and AEW. And eventually that's going to get revealed. It's going to get revealed, and he knows it. He knows it. And right now, I guarantee you a lot of that viewership that he wants and he hopes that drops off, I guarantee you a lot of that viewership is going to be, is paying more attention or will pay more attention to a CAW-like show, whether it's live stream or recorded on YouTube or Rumble or VENMO or wherever, or Twitch. That viewership he is losing, would rather watch that than what AEW is offering. Because guess what? The people behind those shows, they have stories centered around their characters that are more interesting and more intriguing and more more investable, if you will, more investable than what Tony Khan's offering right now. His only storyline, major storyline right now, is the Elite trying to take over the company. And that's it. I mean, outside of Edge and Malachi Black, what else is there? You know, you got stories, yes, but you need to focus on those stories. You need to get people talking about those stories. And right now, he's not doing that. He's not. And it's hurting him, and it's hurting his business. And if I'm Tony Khan, I fix that. I fix that right now. Because again, what's going to happen is he's going to end up losing a lot of that viewership. Just, you know, not just to potentially NXT on Wednesday nights, if that happens. But he's going to lose a lot of it during that, you know, in between that time and even afterwards. Not just to NXT, but he's going to lose it to creator wrestling league creators who create the leagues through games like his AEW Fight Forever and WWE 2K series. And that's not going to look, and that will not look good. And again, if you don't believe me, compare the viewership numbers of WWE's clips from Raw and SmackDown and NXT while under Vince McMahon's run. Compare them to what you see with the CAW leagues of DCA and CCL and others. And I guarantee you'll see a massive difference. Massive difference. And that difference will favor the CAW leagues than they did the WWE Vince McMahon, you know, shows. And the same's going to happen with Tony Khan. And he's got to be careful. He's got to be. But that's just my thought. Let me know what you have to think about it, guys. Live chat during the premiere, as well as super chat if you want to during the premiere. It'd be greatly appreciated. As well as super thanks as well are opened. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Do you think I'm onto something with this, you know, thought, you know, this feeling, if you will? You know, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Let me know down below, like I said, in the comments as well as the live chat. And until then, I am out.